What up, y'all? It's Thursday. Now, I got the chance to sit down with one of my amazing Australian friends. Let me tell you, this person she's killing it. That's all I'm going to say. She's over there killing it, y'all. I wanted to reach out and just find out, hey, man, I got questions. I got questions of the other part of the world. We're going to talk about everything from COVID, being a woman in a very male-leaded industry, how she had to work twice as hard, being gay in that same industry and also being a cannabis user. All of these things are just, they're hot topics here in America. I want to see what it's like, over in Australia. I want to talk about the things that people don't want to talk about. So without, bitching anymore, let's get right into it, y'all. Here it is, Daily Chronicles. Welcome back to another edition of the Deliciously Dope Daily Chronicles. What's up, my tokers, jokers, and smokers? I'm Chef Rodney 117. Today, I want to talk about what it looks like after having worked 21 years in the kitchen, working their way up from a kitchen hand, a dishwasher, if you will, a busboy, if you will, here in America, working with so many different folks and things like that. She moved to Melbourne, a while back to become, to cook with the big boys. She scored a job as a CDP at Maze by Gordon Ramsay. So that's, amazing. Yeah, I did it. Moving on from that. That's just some heavy stuff there, but that's the thing. The one thing that I want to point out here is she did this as a lady. She didn't do it and besmirch these people as she was doing it. She did this to prove a point because they fucking told her she couldn't. And she really wanted to. Sometimes in life, it's the things that people tell us that we can't have that we really want. Does that make us crazy? If so, then I'm fucking insane. But with everything going on today and all the controversy in the world, I would like to sit down and say one small thing. And this is going to be a t-shirt that I'm sure is going to fly off the fucking shelves if it hasn't already. But I say it thusly: all flavors matter. If that's not already a shirt, it fucking should be. Let me know.
But
all flavors matter. Exactly. Speaking of all flavors, y'all, Miss ASHLEIGH COLLINS. Ashley, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I got lost in my intro, so yeah, thanks for saving me for sure. But no, seriously, all flavors matter. Like I was thinking about that, and I was like, I have to sit down with her. So we worked it out to where, it kind of works out ish for both of us. You know what I'm saying? And here it is. Thank you for coming on the show today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely.
We haven't actually had a chance to catch up, so I'm glad we've had a chance to sit down and spend some time together.
Oh man, it's crazy. It's what happens with COVID. It's what happens with COVID. I believe that we're making a change in the right direction as far as dealing with COVID. I think that's probably what I can say there. I don't think that we're doing it the right way, but
Oh, yeah, what a whirlwind, eh? What a crazy time.
oh
Who would
yeah,
have thought? Who would
oh
have
yeah,
thought?
oh
Something
yeah,
like that take over the whole fucking world,
oh yeah,
and we just sat still. Being in Australia, we've been pretty lucky. I mean, I'm on the West Coast. We've been really lucky, to be completely honest. We've got an amazing premier. He's like the big boss of the state.
right,
His name's Mark Owen. He's an absolute legend. He's protected us and looked after us this whole time. We've closed borders. We've not let people in. We've had
right,
strict quarantining. There's been times where they'll just do a snap lockdown, and we literally last year I had to gut the whole kitchen. I just started as the head chef, so I was quite stoked actually because I got to clean away all the
right,
nasty from the
right.
last chef. This time
That's
wasn't so bad.
gratifying. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've done that. Oh my
Oh god, it was good.
god.
Great.
Yeah,
Amazing. Yeah, really was. Because anyway, that guy was so I won't go into.
yeah.
But yeah,
He was a stout young guy.
yeah. That's what happens when I'm just gonna not say anything.
Best of luck to you. That's it. That's best of luck to you, man.
Say anything, so
Yeah.
oh yeah, so
I've
look, to be fair, chef, we've been really lucky with COVID.
Mhm.
Not like you guys, like,
Oh man.
I've got the US and you're struggling to keep your job,
Yes.
struggling to pay your rent, struggling to feed your kids. Like, that's fucking
Yeah.
shit, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking shit. And
Yep.
all the while gone through a presidential change and stuff like that. I don't I'm not sure what it has anything to do with it. Of course it fucking does, let's be fair, but
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean,
They just keep losing. They just keep dying, and people just keep dying.
yeah.
Some places, like, I've got a friend who's still in lockdown, and Chef John, he's still in lockdown as far as I'm aware. Still cooking lockdown meals, killing it, but shit.
So one of the biggest issues, and I'll say this because I can say this about locally, but one of the biggest issues is this. And I want to point something out because I'm glad you said that. Overseas, no matter where the fuck it is overseas, cost of living and what you're offered and paid for in a kitchen is low, but it's still comparable to the area. They're going to make sure that you can afford your fucking bills. So yeah, you're making $25 an hour or whatever it is. Well, how much? I mean, not how much. How much does the average line cook make starting?
Huh? Yeah, about 26 bucks an hour as a even as a casual, you're probably looking at 27, 28, depending on the day.
Right.
Monday to Friday during the day, and after 7 o'clock it's more. After 10 o'clock it's more. But yeah, about 25, 26 now.
So what about healthcare?
So we pay with our taxes. We pay a thing called a Medicare levy with when we do our tax return. So the Medicare levy pretty much comes out of our money. It comes out of our pay. It comes out of our tax. We don't even really see it. But what that gives us is the ability to be able to go to the doctor, and you don't pay huge amounts. I mean, you probably pay a normal consult's probably $100, maybe. It used to be a lot cheaper than that back in the day, but about $100, $80. So you probably get about half that, more than half of that back through Medicare. So and then obviously, if mums out there, single mums, and that sort of stuff, everyone gets looked after depending on how on their story, on their journey,
situations.
So
right.
Yeah. And also depending on how much their partner earns, or it's all kind of relative.
No, I get it. Perspective is important. Absolutely.
Right now, I could go to the hospital and get seen to and not pay anything. Whereas my girlfriend, I take her to the hospital a couple of months ago, middle of COVID. It was horrible, because she'd been bitten by a bloody bee, and then she'd had a reaction. So she went for a run because it was right on her thigh. She went for a run, as you do, and just spread the poison. Like I said, not to.
Oh no!
Horrible. It was really bad. And I took her to the hospital, and they're like, "Righto, you got to sign this paperwork." And they said it was going to cost us $600.
What?
Fucking thing. I was like, "Hey, listen, let's fucking go, mate. No. How ridiculous." just because she's a student, and international student in this country. Currently, she won't be for long. She'll be my girl. She'll be my wife soon. But
there you go. There you go.
Right.
I don't know what you guys do over there. Jump the broom, you know, something like that. But let me know, man. I'd love to. I'd love to come burn one with you. I thought about becoming like ordained minister just so I can be like, hey, y'all, let's get married and just start marrying people. I don't care who the fuck it is.
My mum's actually a marriage celebrant, believe it or not. She marries people for a living. My mum.
There you go. Oh, you had this plan to begin with. You're like, I don't know what's going on.
I get it. You know, I'm gonna get mates.
I get it, man. Get it. That's it. Go get it. That's all it is. Okay, so that's where you and I obviously differ from a lot of other chefs that we know. Okay, and I say this because some chefs will be like, nah, you can't though. Oh, really? Because watch me. And that's what's, you know, led us to be where we're at. You've had it probably harder than, you know, than I have just because of who you are. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't want people to, and this is what I don't like, and this is what I don't really hear in the kitchen, because we all know that we're all fucking assholes, equal level, some more douchebags than others. That's kind of the way that it works out. Yeah. You know? And I mean, you know, there is stigmatisms and racisms and things inside the kitchen, which only adds to the toxicity that we deal with anyway, you know? And so that's why a lot of chefs, you know, and people in the food industry turn to cannabis, you know, number one. It's always been there. We've been using it as medicine this entire time. We didn't even fucking know why. Well, the problem is, you know, there's been times in my life where, like, I don't know, I just played the nice guy too long. You know what I'm saying? And then I just fell behind is really what it is. I got ignored. And it is what it is. You know, oh, woe is me. I'm going to cry like a little fucking baby. Oh, he got ignored. Yeah, that's great. But do you really know what that means? So it's interesting because when I look at COVID and I go, oh, so this is how it's going to look then. Yeah, I just had these ideas in my head that, like, I was so angry against everybody because I cared so much about what they said that I was like, I imagine, you know, what would happen if I was Thanos and just went, I'm not saying die, I'm just saying fuck off. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I was literally standing in the grocery store mid-COVID, masks on, the whole nine, and my girlfriend looks at me, she goes, what's wrong? I go, so this is what it would look like if I just told everybody to fuck off. She's like, that's sadistic, but at the same time, very satisfying. I was like, I get it. Like, I'm good with the space thing. But at the same time, like, I was joking. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, kind of. I miss you fuckers, but don't come back bitching. That's what I wanted. That's, you know what I mean? Like,
I loved it. Being in my jam, I'm quite happy to sit on my own and be my own person, be myself, and just you know, I've got my birds. I loved it. I mean, for a bit, not for the whole, like, we were locked down for about 3 months, I think, which is
how many birds do you have?
I have 6.
What? Birds I do have 1.
Birds are like tattoos. You can't stop. I can't stop at 1. Very cute.
See, that's good though, because I do know a crazy cat lady. She's actually a really good friend of mine. All right. I know a crazy bird lady. Y'all probably shouldn't mix though.
Yeah, no. Well, no, we don't. Not normally two things that go hand in hand, huh?
Yeah.
But I love
speaking of hand in hand, you should. I don't know how HBO looks over in your country yet. I'm sure I'll find out sooner or later. But if you've got HBO Max, you should watch the new Tom and Jerry movie. That shit looks fucking fire. I want to get baked and watch that. Okay, I love cartoons. Cartoons my favorite. Oh, it's got to be old school. Did you know they have the old school Looney Tunes on there?
No, really?
Yes, and a bunch of new ones too that they did. They've been doing them all along. We just haven't been watching them.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need to get out.
No, it blew my mind. I got baked and watched like fucking 3 hours of Looney Tunes the other day. I was writing. But now, let's get down to it. So welcome to the show. Little something we do here is W's. We all want to win at life, and we all set goals. And I think that in order to have faith or anything along those lines, you need to set some fucking goals, you know, plan some W's, man. You go to practice, right? And you practice your knife skills. You practice at the pass to do this shit. And then you get to a point you're like, okay, so if I yell down the line, let me see if you speak Kitchenese, right? Let me see if you
Yeah.
speak, because there's a different dialect everywhere. If I
There
yell
is.
down the pass, I'm like, all right, hot fire, drop 1, drop 2. That's 2 fries going out. Heard? You're gonna know what I said. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. Now that's
Yeah.
just dropping fries. Now here's the thing. Always make sure you drop your fries.
Never look in the basket. They're no good sitting up top in the basket. They're not cooked, are they?
Nope. That's my point. At the same time, don't burn your bacon. Like, there's simple things that if you master these,
Cook
you're going to be
good egg.
fucking so flip a good egg.
If you can't cook eggs, then you shouldn't be there. If you can't cook a decent steak, you shouldn't fucking be there. These are the two of the basic simple things. But whenever I get
I will tell you this.
Dude.
I will tell you this. So I can cook a really good egg. That's not my favorite.
Chef.
I mean, well, you know. Yeah. Did you know? And here's why I cook an egg. Did you know that the number of pleats in an actual toque, the folds, that's the number of ways to cook an egg?
No.
Yeah, Google this shit. Google this shit. I'm not even joking you.
Shit.
Yeah. So on the toque.
Vesicle of knowledge, a vesicle of chefdom knowledge, babe. Shit.
I mean, look. I told you motherfuckers I've been doing this my entire life. I just know random shit.
I'm fucking impressed.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it's seriously, Google that. If I'm wrong, I want to be wrong. I want to learn from this, but I'm telling you, I'm not wrong. I think it's 101. I literally think it's like 101 or 111. It's either that or in the 80s. I don't remember the specific number because that's how many folds there are.
I'll let you know because I'll Google it.
Yeah. I mean, but in an original toque, there are that many different folds because that's like how many different ways you can cook an egg. Yeah. I mean, I don't know of that many, but it makes sense. There's sauces and things like that, and those count too, so that makes sense.
Yeah, all the hollandaises, all the buttery ones, all the the souffle, you know, even I mean, to be fair, there's probably a fair fucking few.
I just did a brown butter sauce the other night. Oh man, listen.
Potatoes is amazing. Brown butter. What I used to do? I used to do a brown butter and miso caramel.
Ooh.
Fucking what was it like?
So here's what I want to do. I want to take some miso and mix it with some pho. I make a pho broth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then reduce that and reduce that and reduce that and reduce that, and then take that and make it cream like like a cream sauce out of it. Like just add, take that reduction, all right, then add a little bit into like a white sauce.
Yum.
And then just salt and pepper the shit out of it, you know what I'm saying, real quick, and then hit it with some spice.
Yum. That's amazing.
Take that and use that over steak. Like a nice fucking, like, I was thinking like a tri-tip. Ooh.
What's a tri-tip?
Tri-tip. Okay, so a tri-tip is like
what you call things over what we call them are so different. I've had arguments with people about things. They're like, no, this is what we call it here.
Right.
And they're like,
so a tri-tip is the part of the steak where you just cut it up. Like it's very tender. What is a tri-tip? I'm looking right at it now. How to explain it? I'm not a butcher. If you're looking at the back of the cow, tri-tip is the tip. Like, you know what? I want to be 100% fucking correct. I want to tell you because I need to learn.
Fillet, shadow, like the Chateaubriand's on there. No, the fillet. Tri-tip would make sense because it sort of is a bit of a triangle shape, I guess.
Yep.
Is that right? Fillet.
Oh, I'm looking at it.
I like butchery. I love animals, so
it's something that I'm learning because it's like, here's the thing, like, it's the bottom sirloin. Okay, so tri-tip is the bottom sirloin.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna catch a lot of like flack for that, but that's absolutely fine. Listen, there's no shame in this game. You know what I'm saying? We're learning here.
Every day, 21 years, I'm still learning every day.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
If you're learning, you're fucking lying.
Exactly. Now, look at this coffee rub sous vide tri-tip. I'm doing that. All right. So see, that's what happened. That's the recipe. So you know what? Let's do this. let's both get cuts of the. I mean, obviously, yours is going to look better because you guys have better livestock over there.
Yep.
Because you know what the fuck you're doing. You know what? I wish I was in Australia because I do know this. Y'all eat a lot of fucking lamb. You eat a lot of like goats and lamb and shit.
Yeah, our lamb's good too. Look, we're really lucky. We've got an amazing food bowl down here. Our beef's amazing. Our lamb's amazing. Everything's pretty good. It's a pretty clean atmosphere, pretty clean place to be. And, obviously we're not perfect. We have our things that we probably could work on. I know for a fact there's ways that the meat industry could change and update, and I don't want to get into that because it would just make me upset. But the veg produce that we grow here is phenomenal. Like we're really quite lucky in that respect.
Question: can you collect rainwater and drink
of course. Well, it's fucking beautiful. Yeah.
It's illegal to do that in the United States.
The kid, what? You don't do it there?
It's illegal.
No, stop. Why? What for?
People do it. People fucking do it. You can't stop me from collecting rainwater, bitch. Yeah. Accidentally or on purpose. The point is, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's considered a blue law. All right. It's an old school law or whatever have you, and depending on the area where you're at, like they can't. Come on, you have to do something else for them to want to fuck with you with that. It's like jaywalking. Do you know what jaywalking is?
Yeah.
It's the same thing, but at the same time, it is actually a law.
Wow, that's crazy.
You cannot collect rainwater. Look that up. Like, that's my point. Like, I may have like spaced out and not really fucking remembered what a tri-tip was, and I'm going to catch a lot of flack for that. But guess what? I won't fuck that one up again. Andy whore. Well, I'm just saying, like, when I got the tri-tips, we ordered them for a special from a local butcher, and we already got them pre-prepared, which was fucking pretty spoiled. But at the same time, like, that was part of their deal. So it was like, all right, cool. I've cooked tri-tips like for like 30 days. That's it. You know what I mean? That was the special. The thing that we had going on. That's it. But I've cooked it once. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna fucking do this coffee rub sous vide. Oh,
sounds good.
Oh sounds man, good. Sous vide is not a crime. Sous vide is not a crime.
I'd sous vide fucking everything. I was sous vide, and like the vac bags. Fucking love me a vac bag. I used to have all my veg zoot off, all my baby carrots or whatever, all my beautiful veg prep into little bags. Fucking backpacked, fucking day dotted, and in little. Dude. It makes my heart sing.
Oh yeah. But at the same time, though, there's nothing like, and you get this in the same vein. There's nothing like pulling that steak that you've been simmering and just hit it in that cast iron. That sizzle, that crackle, that's orgasmic.
It's going to be beautiful on the inside. You can't fuck it up at that stage. If you fuck it up, there's something wrong.
Yeah. Like. I mean, keep your eye on it. Keep your eye on it. It's going to cook quick. But at the same time, don't fuck it up. Baste that shit.
That's right.
Sear it, flip it, baste it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they'll baste on the inside red. So they'll let her stick. You know what I'm saying? Tilt their pan down, with the whatever you put it in it. Usually it's herbs de Provence, really, sort of without the oregano, but you do your herbs. I do rosemary and thyme. That's really what I do. Rosemary, thyme, garlic, butter, base. Pretty straightforward. But I don't baste on the red side. Well, I don't baste on the red side because you'll get an uneven sear that way, because that area where the butter hits is going to start to cook. I don't like that. In addition to, it doesn't do anything like that. It's still absorbing, yes, but when you flip it over, that heat allows it to not for the butter to cook on the outside, which is where you want the flavor.
Yes. Even clarified butter. Clarified butter. You don't get
I've
that
seen some terrible, I've seen some terrible fucking like clarified butter.
But it gets super hot, super quick. That's the only problem. Super hot, super quick, and it can burn things. Yeah.
So this is really hard to do. But, and this is, you have to, your mise en place for this is really, 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 really crucial. Okay, first and foremost. Secondly, it's a brown butter hollandaise.
Yes, I've had them. They're fucking beautiful.
They're amazing. You have to fucking do it low and slow. You have to. Otherwise, I'll burn it every time.
Bottom, like all that dirty looking, it almost looks like coral, like coral growing up. That shit, that's where the stuff is. Like, I don't need all of it. I just strain it off and use a little bit, just knock a bit of that through.
Yeah.
That nuttiness. Oh, just fucking yum. Fucking yum. I had a chef who made bloody, what did he make? He made brown butter ice cream. It was fucking insane. It was so good.
I've had brown butter ice cream. That is very good. My favorite was brown butter bacon. We did a version of that.
Bacon.
People with that, because I worked at a golf course. So the highest, like most highest dining here in Michigan, before we get to loads of questions of W's, you really have to go to like resorts, golf courses, you know, higher end clientele, yada yada yada, or work in high end restaurants, da 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 da. I was sick of cooking the same stupid menu items and, you know, shit like that. So I went high end and I was like, it's the same shit. You both fucking suck. Life sucks. Food sucks. Everything sucks. Fuck this. I'm going to do my own thing. You know what I mean? And it's funny because I said this like fucking 5 years ago and now everybody's like, well, let's do that. I'm like,
dude, I've been doing this.
Exactly. Like,
catch up.
You can't just like step in here and be like, yo, this is mine. Because here's the thing. I learned how to write now. So you don't want to piss off two people in the world. That's rappers and writers. Because they will fucking describe you.
Or chefs, because they fucking teabag your food.
This is true. This is true. We don't condone that in the States, but we will we're not below it. We're not below it.
I'd never do that, obviously, because I can't teable anything. I wouldn't fanny bag anything either, you know. But they don't know that. It's always nice to just sometimes just to let them know that.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. So I got in trouble one time at a job real quick. My buddy and I worked together. We were really close. Like we were skaters, you know, And he came through, he rang in an order and I knew it was his because he's like, yo, just fuck me up, fam. Because there was a special sauce that we put on it. It's like, okay. I was like, I'll do it. And so it was like a rice dish and he just wanted me to cover it in this sauce. Well, no, it was just the sauce. What was it? It was a fucking, I think it was a beurre blanc. It was beurre blanc with capers. Yeah. Oh, I love a good beurre blanc. And so, you know, and he ordered the fish on the rice, and so he just wanted a lot of sauce. That's what it was. Well, you got the owner and the general manager of the restaurant. You know, he walked in the kitchen. He's standing there, right? He's like, "Yes, dude, fuck yes." I'm just like, you know, throwing it over there and like plating it, and like that's just it. He's my hype man, and then I hype him up. That's how that goes, you know. Yeah. They took it the wrong fucking way and was like, "No, come here. We need to see you right now." I'm like, "The fuck." They thought that I was being mean to him on purpose and that he didn't know how to take it. I was like, no, that's what he wanted.
How awkward of them.
And so they made it like a big deal, like a big stink, and like wouldn't let him eat his food. He's like, dude, you're not understanding me. This is how I wanted it. Like, I'm excited because that's how I want it. And they're like, no, this is unacceptable behavior. This is bullying. We're like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is why we don't work with daytime people. Fuck off. You know what I mean? And so like, at this point, his food's cold. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, now it's fucking ruined. Now it's heated back up, you know? Like, and so it got to the point to where the chef came in because I was just like one of the line cooks here. And the chef was Homeboy's big brother. So the whole while we're fucking getting yelled at, he called him. He's like, you need to come in, man. I'm sorry, but like people are starting shit, and just hung up the phone. He comes in like fucking like, if you've ever watched The Boys, he came in like fucking that America dude, like Captain America or whatever the fuck his name is. Homelander. That's what this flew in and just fucked shit up and was like, no. What the fuck are you doing yelling at my kitchen? It just went off on him. I'm like, that's kind of big dick energy, but at the same time, like, can we not yell? You're kind of scaring the dishwasher. I don't know if he pissed himself or he's working really hard. We don't know. But the point is, like, tone it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Stop yelling. Like, I'm sure the customers can hear this, but they're like, oh, it's just the kitchen. Ha. Not the point. Okay? If you want, you know, act with some goddamn composure, we'll get some answers. I mean, it was kind of badass to see it, but at the same time, you get the idea. Enough about me. I want to learn about Australia because considering COVID, I can't fucking go there yet, which sucks, but you know, soon enough, right? And I want to go through some fucking, like, I want to know about cannabis lifestyle over there. You know, we've talked about kitchens. I want to know, like, all right, do these things help you? You know, is cannabis something that, you know, you've been using? And what better way to find out than who, what, when, where, and why?
Beautiful. Perfect.
So let's get into it. Without further ado, who, what,
Yeah.
when, where, and why. The first section we have is the first time W's. This is kind of like, you know, the first time it ever happened. We'll try and keep them specific, but because you're going to have to answer who, what, when, where, and why. So you can't say everything all in one. That just takes the fun out of it. I was the same person. Who, what, when, where, and why. First time W's. Who was the first person you ever smoked weed with?
I can't remember. I've
gotten that more than once.
Some friends from school when I was about 10 or 11, 12 maybe. I was only really young, really.
All right.
Yeah, I can't actually remember exactly who it was, to be fair. Obviously really good fucking weed, or really just a really shitty memory.
Well, you know, I'm going to say low column A, low column B. You know, it must not have been that memorable. It is what it is. That's what I'm going to say. It's unfortunate, but all right. I mean, I'm good with that. I've gotten that answer a lot more than what you think. You know what I'm saying? That's more prominent. They're like, I don't fucking remember.
Well, as a kid, like, you know, you see people, you know, you'd think it was like smoking a joint, or, you know, as far as I knew, that's pretty much all it was. So I was a bit green. But I think what we did those hot knives. You know, you get those knives and you put them on top of the stove and you heat them up, and you get your hack with your, you know, with your Coke bottle. My first go was that. I was I was absolutely licking windows. I was a mess. I had to go into my mum. Mum was like, "What's with you?" And I'm like, pretty sure I ate everything in sight and then blacked out. It was bad.
That's called a green out. That's called a green out. Oh, that's what it is, man. Yep.
Although I'm quite the seasoned vet these days, so I don't green out as much anymore.
That's a. Oh, I feel that. Like I same thing just happened to me this past week. It was insane. I'll tell you about it in a little bit, actually. Who, what, when, where, and why? What was the first thing that you smoked? You said that it was the hot knife toke?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, man.
Brutal.
At like 12 or 13 years old, huh? Damn.
Kid come out, never even smoked a cigarette, I don't think, at that stage. So and I was like, with my, you know, trying to be cool with the cool kids. So they're like, suck it in. And I'm like, you know, and just absolutely blind. I was just fucking bent out. Yeah.
I love it. I'm not even mad at that.
Yeah, it was, I mean, you know, it's cool. It's pretty, I guess it's better than just smoking a joint, or, you know, it was a bit more exciting, I guess, if you want to look at it like that. But yeah, no, it totally fucked me up.
As it should. As it fucking should. I mean, check this out. I got a little bit of hash right here. That's gonna be fun as shit. Oh yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna do some knife tokes. I haven't done those in a while. All right. First time W's. Who, what, when, where, and why? When was it your first time like smoking a joint?
Probably with my who would it have been? Maybe I know. One of my best friends in high school, her name's Sarah. We actually caught up last weekend. Haven't seen each other for yonks. We caught up last weekend, champagne breakfast, and we used to smoke in her dad's. Her dad was an American guy. He was actually from Michigan too, I think. I think they're from Michigan too. Sarasota.
That's not in Michigan.
Where's that?
Sarasota. I want to say Minneapolis. Or no, not Minnesota. Sorry. Sarasota's Florida.
There we go. Yeah, Florida.
Yeah, I'm baked. Sorry, I'm baked to shit. Yeah, no, it's Florida. Sarasota's in Florida. I was like, what?
So they're from
I'm
there.
an idiot. Okay.
I think that was, you know, we used to hang out after school, and I think that was probably it. We used to just, you know, think we were really cool and sit there and smoke joints and talk shit, and probably smoke some ciggies as well, and, you know, then I'll toddle off home, baked as fuck to my mum. My sister.
Are you fucking high?
No, why that whole pack of chips? I don't know where they came from. Fucking delicious chips. Or what do you call them? Chips? What do we call? You call them
chips, Crisps.
Crisp?
I mean, it's like a mixed bag.
Okay. Look what you did
Well,
there.
it's chips. There's chips pop at a bar. If you're in Canada, that's a whole thing. That
Yeah.
means go get a pop at the store and go get a candy bar. Yeah, obviously,
Yeah.
there are a few Michiganders that say that, so that's pretty neat.
Cute.
It's not soda. It's not soda. Don't you dare call it fucking soda. It's not soda.
Fucking promise.
It's a
Fucking
Coke. Yeah, I mean, Coke or a Pepsi's fine because
Coke's
there's
my
a
favorite.
difference. Coke is
Yeah,
amazing.
Coke's my favorite. I live on Coke. I'm not even joking you. I live on
I mean,
Coke.
as long as it's not Diet Coke, I guess that's fine.
And none of the other flavor ones are all garbage. Just normal fucking Coke. Post mix, meh. I think
In a can. It
out
has
of a
to be in
can.
a can.
Yeah,
Yep.
100%. And it got to be fucking cold.
And ice cold.
Got the coolest cans, Coke cans at the moment. We've got all these like real bogan names on them. I should show you. They're fucking coolest. We've got like Queen Bee and like where's one?
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's so bad. Oh, my Miss Lo's taking out the rubbish. But she's a good girl. Taking out the rubbish. But yeah, they've got all like, some of them are terrible. Some of them are like, next time I talk to you, I'll show you. I'll get a whole bunch and I'll show you. We'll go through
Oh, for
them.
sure. Yeah, dude. That's good to know that like when I'm in Australia, I can get a hold of some smoke and some Coke. But the funny part is like it's not. I'm gonna say it like that, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, he's talking about cocaine, bitch." No, I want an ice cold can of Coke. Like you don't even know. Like
the beautiful dark liquid that is bubbly and it's like breakfast.
yes.
The first thing, wake up, bit hungover, I've got to go to work. Fuck, what do I do? It's all right, I have a can of Coke.
Pound of Coke, smoke a joint.
Coke, smoke, and you'll be good.
Oh, for sure. And that's my point. Like, if it's worked for our medicine so many years, we just never even knew it. And now that we know about it and we're learning more and more and more about it, we can dose appropriately.
Yeah.
I get really cranky.
That way. I get pretty cranky about it.
Oh, for
Not
sure.
in a like aggressive way, just in like, or maybe a little bit aggressive, but just shitty, just fucking shitty about it. Like I ran out the other day and I had to go find some, but it's just knowing that I didn't have any was even worse.
No, no.
I knew what you get. It wasn't a problem. It was just like, man, fucking had a ratty big day at work. I just wanted to come home for a quick phone that night, and I just couldn't. I don't know. Maybe I just take it for granted that it's always there. And at this time of the year, it's a bit dry, eh? It's a bit dry this time of the year. It's hard to get. Christmas time is always hard, and with COVID, it's been a bit harder. I mean, I always manage, but.
So let me ask you this. Okay, so you guys just got the medical program there in Australia for marijuana, right? Okay.
Yeah.
How's that look? Like, are you allowed to grow your own? Like, how do people... That tells me if you have a medical program that there is a prominent source of marijuana in the country.
Yeah, we grow it. We have places that actually grow it medicinally.
Okay.
For the medical use, I guess,
Right.
Also, they're all very kept under wraps. Nobody knows where they are.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of space here, a lot of sunshine. In certain places down south from here would be best, I'd say. For me, if I was going to grow dope, I'd be growing it down south, Albany, Denmark. Maybe not down as far as Walpole, but down south from here because the weather's perfect. It's a bit like New Zealand weather down south. Nice and cool, not hot. Even in Perth, it'd be harder to grow unless it was grown hydroponically, just because of the fucking heat. And it's not even that hot. I mean, I lived up in Karratha. I lived up north from here.
We were talking a little bit. Sorry. It's fucking hot, you were saying?
Yeah, it's fucking hot. North especially, it's super hot.
Oh, for sure.
No, of course.
No, you're all right. I just got sued because we were talking about before the show about I was talking shit about rolling joints, and I just finished it, and I was like excited to show the teacher. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Look at that.
Nice, babe. Hey, look at that weapon.
Yeah. You can't fuck with this. Like,
no, that's ripper. That's a ripper.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see. I mean, there's a trick to it. You don't just go straight in; you'll burn your shit. You gotta like create a flame. This is cooking a joint 101. Let it create your embers. quiet little ASMR session.
Anything in with yours? Do you put any tobacco in there or anything like that? Or is that just pure weed?
This is weed. Cinderella 99.
Cinderella 99. So it's
Yep.
called.
And then I always do a little tear mark so I can get more, but then small tokes.
What do you mean? Oh my goodness, you're gonna be so baked after that, aren't you?
Oh no, I'll be all right.
Yeah.
I can smoke joint after joint after joint after joint. That's the dabs that kill me.
I love that. We should do that. Just wipe me out too much. I'll be licking windows, I reckon.
All right. So let's get back to it if you don't mind. First time W's, who, what, when, where, and why. Where were you when you first kind of did that, the hash tokes?
Where was I? I was at a friend's house. I was in Bunbury, which is a couple of hours down from here. I used to live down there when I was a bit younger. And I did it there. Again, I don't remember whose house it was. I don't think.
Yeah.
Get a feeling I stayed friends with them for very much longer after I did that. I think it scared me a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense.
Just because of the outcome. I kind of, I don't know, when you're a kid, you don't know what to expect. No. And then but I mean, it wasn't obviously now, years down the track, 20, 30, well, I've been smoking since I was probably 17. I'm 30, 38, 39 this year. So a long time.
Yeah, just a few years. Just a few years.
Yeah.
First time W's, who, what, when, where, and why. Why did you do it?
Because I'm naughty and I really wanted to. And I've always had to get myself into things that I shouldn't. Because that's just
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? It's that inquisitive nature we like to succinctly point out.
Yes, I'm bloody nosy and I've always done things I shouldn't. Because, you've got to live once, you've got to try things out.
I got 2 words for people. Robert Frost. Robert Frost was a poet and kind of a storyteller who wrote The Road Less Traveled.
Sounds familiar, yeah.
Yeah. He's a good dude. No, I'm an idiot. All right, let's move on to our next section called the favorite W's. These are things that you really enjoy, like your favorites. Who, what, when, where, and why. Who is your favorite person to smoke weed with?
Who's my favorite person to smoke weed with? Myself?
That counts.
I don't really.
I'm good with that. You can Snoop Dogg it. That's fine. Be like, and last but not least, I'd like to thank me. Get it? I'll run it.
Look, I don't really smoke with other people.
Hey, no,
again, it's not the same here, I guess. It's not as sort of acceptable.
Social.
Like you can street smoking a joint, you get fucking arrested. You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, I have done and will do again, but it's a bit different, I think, and it's a bit more taboo, which is ridiculous because we all know how good it is for us. We all know.
Oh yeah.
The people who are bitching about it now are probably the same people who were smoking it 20, 30 years ago when they were younger and living the best lives. I feel like for me, it's more of a medicinal thing. It keeps me a lot more calm. I'm an ADD kid. I struggle to sleep. I struggle to eat properly. Being in a kitchen all the time is hard, and you don't. You're
sleep. Kicking those plates out of a kitchen like a professional fucking shot putter with a point to prove.
Yeah. It's definitely keeps me a lot calmer. That's for sure. Helps me sleep.
Everybody needs rest. That's the point. We need to relax, man. You can't fucking be a badass bitch without fucking, having to sit down and taking a second. Everybody needs a timeout. That's what it is. My timeouts just taste better than yours. You feel me? That's where it's at.
That's right. Exactly.
And it's there's no greater underdog story than cannabis itself, first and foremost. Secondly, Australia is going to get rid of the stigma still. That's what's helping the United States right now with cannabis and this and that and the other. But hey, y'all will get there after watching our annoying asses do it. I have faith in you.
It's medicinal moving forward. I think it might.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to happen a lot sooner and quicker than you think. Give it a couple of years, if not, next year. You feel me? Like, they're just going to be like, fuck it, just tax it. That's what they're going to say.
what they do. They tax it. That's why that's why it's a thing, because they know that they'll just tax it. They tax
Right.
cigarettes here. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
Cost probably $40, $45 for a pack of 25, 30 packs.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Hard out.
No.
Fucking ridiculous.
No.
Like a pouch, a 25-gram pouch of Port Royal, which is what I smoke. It's about
Right.
$70.
Oh,
And
fuck.
WA is the top of the pops when it comes to, you know, like we pay way more for our stuff than any other state in the country, purely for the fact that we have a lot of mining. We do a lot of mining in WA. So our mine kind of pays for things and it basically makes us pay more money for things for the same fucking product than somebody.
Yo, if I ever visit Australia, though, I gotta make sure I got weed on hand, because there's shit in Australia that will kill you.
I got you.
Like, there's snakes and spiders and shit. Like, no, dude. If I was high, I'd be like, all right, that's cool. Crocodiles, yo, I gotta go see a crocodile. Like, I want to see that shit like 10 feet from me. You feel me? Like,
yeah. There's a couple of places around here we can even go and see crocodiles.
Have you ever seen a great white shark in real life?
I've had inside the boat. My dad, we used to
yes,
a lot. Yeah,
that's what I want to do. Like, I want to go swimming with these sons of bitches. Let's do this shit. Like, there's all kinds of people that are like, no, you can swim with sharks. It's actually really, really safe. You just need to know what the fuck you're doing. That's cool. Put me in a cage. That's fine, because I know. Listen, I do a few things really well. I talk really well. I'm halfway decent to look at. Sorry, COVID. You know what I'm saying? I learned to write, and I can cook amazing food. Oh, and by the way, I'm really good at smoking weed. So there's that, you know what I mean? And then putting in it's a lifestyle. But I am not good at fighting off sharks. I'm going to die. So put me in a cage.
I'm not sure
I do want to do it.
Good at fighting off sharks, if I'm fair.
There's a few people. I mean, I've seen some videos, though. Like, I don't know what kind of sharks they were. I think they were like nurse sharks or something. And that's a whole different story. But like, it was just like swimming right at them, like dun 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 dun, and then just like, nah, bitch, and just like karate.
Eyes. You poke them in the eyes.
Yeah, well, of course.
Or on the end of the nose.
It's just a big ass fish. That's all it is.
With real sharp teeth. He will fuck you up.
Yeah, well, of course.
We used to go to this place down in Bustleton. It was called the Oceanarium. And no word of a lie, back in the day, they had this massive tank. It wasn't even that big, really. It was horrible if I think about it now. These poor things. There were these two big grey nurse sharks, huge bloody things they were, in this tank for people just to gawk at. And I remember that there was no top on it. Like, there was a railway all the way around and windows and stuff. It was all concrete. And there were these kids. I remember these kids being on top, like touching them and patting these fucking sharks and stuff as they're going by. Nowadays, I think there's no way that would go down. Like, they wouldn't fly now. There'd be bloody uproar.
Yeah.
You'd get its fucking head. But
that's true. But here's the thing that people don't know about nurse sharks. They love that. They love to be pet. That's part of their thing with their nose, because it's like saying hello. So, I mean, yeah, they can fuck you up, but at the same time, they really don't want to. You know what I mean? I get that, but you're absolutely right. There are people out there that would try and cancel that culture because they're sharks.
I mean, it's pretty horrible. Like, we do, unfortunately, we have a fair few shark attacks at the certain times of the year.
Right.
On North East Coast. Well, and that sometimes means that they bring out these things called drum lines, and they are basically by the fisheries department who take them out and put these lines out, big baited hooks with and they catch them and they kill them.
That's not okay.
That's not okay.
It's not okay. So look at it this way. Those are dinosaurs, man. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I know. I say they were just fish, but they're apex predator. Like, and you're taking advantage of that. You're fucking up the ecosystem there. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool.
100%.
But at the same time, let me tell you a little bit why I want to see one.
They're beautiful.
Well, yeah, of course they're gorgeous. I'm terrified of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrified, because we don't have any sharks in the lakes. There's no sharks in lakes. You understand? That's not how that happens here. Huh?
Sharks don't go in lakes.
Correct. That's my point. They're all freshwater lakes. That's my point. But there is one shark who's made it pretty far up the Mississippi River, which runs the entire way of the United States, and that's the bull shark.
Oh,
Yeah,
we have bulls.
in New York. Like in New York, some kids were killed. Yeah, by a bull shark in a riverway, and the water was only like 9 feet deep.
They've actually, I think the bull shark actually over the years morphed its system to be able to cope with salt and
Oh, it does
fresh water.
both. Yeah, no, it can do both simultaneously. Like they live in that area where it's like a mix because it's like a trifecta of everything they need. Yeah, I know. There's a whole Discovery Channel, like a week's worth of researching this shit because I was like, are there? Because there was somebody that said they saw a shark in one of the Great Lakes, and they're like, nope. And everybody becomes like a fact checker then, especially if you're from Michigan. You're like, no. Now we have found gators in Lake Michigan and stuff because people have released them as pets. That's a whole different story.
Yeah, wow.
But unfortunately, they generally don't survive the winter, so there's that. And if they do, people catch them, and that's what it is. But there are, really big fish up here that, freshwater fish that if you want to catch them, they're pretty tasty. Like we got walleye. Oh, I love good walleye. We got steelhead salmon. Oh, we got steelhead salmon. We got, I think you can catch some king salmon a little bit. I know you got pike. Pike are really good.
Pike, danger, big teeth.
Oh yeah, dude. I've seen no bullshit. I was reeling in, like I was out catching bait is what I was doing. And so I had like a little like lure on, and I was reeling in these small little brim, these little like panfish, these small little bastards to use to cut up for bait for the pike and the bass, Well, I'm reeling one in, and this pike decides to come up, and I'm not even kidding you. That son of a bitch was about this goddamn wide when he came up out of the water, and it was just his head, and I was like, well, that's yours. And so then I was just fighting him. So where I was at, my boat was facing like this underwater tree. It was like a sinkhole that just went under. Yeah. Obviously, they're gonna love that. You know what I mean? And so he went down into the tree and went down it. I was like, nope, and I just cut the line. I was like, he can have all that. I'm not about to fight this guy in a tree. So yeah, they're vivacious little bastards, very bitey, very grab you, take you some pliers and you're
no kisses for that.
Oh, no, don't even try. Don't even try. That's how I feel if back when braces were a thing in high school. You're like, no, you were hot last week, then you got braces. Sorry. You know what I mean? Like, not doing that today. Not sticking my tongue in a bear trap. But no, we need to get back to the question. Sorry. I'm loving it, man. That joint was good. That's primo. It's a Cinderella 99 cheddar-ness, plus I don't ever shut up. But favorite W's, who, what, when, where, and why. What is your favorite way to consume cannabis?
I just smoke it. Just smoke. I mean, eating a bit. We don't. Oh, I like brownies. I've actually got some in my freezer. Ooh. Like brownies, like butter, and using that.
How strong do you like them, or you just fuck them up?
Hey, yeah, I made some for my mom because she obviously I was talking about before she wasn't well, so she didn't want to touch them. She was like, Ash, I'm a bit scared because she's never really done it ever in her whole life, so she didn't want to start now. But yeah, for me, be smoking it easy done.
Do you do just THC, or do you do a mix of CBD, or what do you do?
I just smoke just weed.
I'm good with that. That's where I came from. And then I kind of came into this whole notion of learning about it, the endocannabinoid system and all of that. Real talk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's great for you. But if you want the entire spectrum, like everything all at once, I want you to do this. Take a cannabis plant. Okay. The stems, leaves, the whole nine, juice that. Okay. Well, whatever you want, fruits, whatever, mango, whatever terpene profile you want, really. Juice that, okay? Flavonoids, if you will. Drink that, then smoke a joint. Then wait 15 minutes. So there's terpenes, exactly. There's terpenes in the juice and stuff that I found that do not burn off. You see what I'm saying? When you would ignite it. So that's my point. And then process it with heat. So you get the cold spectrum of the terpenes, plus the flavonoids of what you add into it, plus all of the high-end spectrum of the burning off in the joint of the terpenes or whatever you smoked. You get everything. Let me tell you, it is fucking bliss.
Aww.
It is, absolutely. It's good to know. Favorite W's, who, what, when, where, and why. When do you most enjoy smoking cannabis?
After work, as soon as I get home from work,
Yes.
I just, have a few cones just to chill. You're not gonna lie, I probably have one in the morning when I wake up too, but I find the one at night, the couple of night time is just sort of just tops off my day, helps me go to sleep. Hard turning my brain off sometimes, prep lists, ordering, rosters, all that sort of stuff that I know that I've got sort of breathing down my neck, when I turn up from the next day. So I usually like to get my head around things before I sort of go to sleep. So when I wake up, I've got a bit of a clearer mind. So yeah, it does definitely help me sleep and just calm my thumb a bit, not be quite so hypo.
Yeah, no, I got you. It's not unkind to try and unwind. You feel me? Like that's where it's at, and that's actually the slogan that was in that movie. Be kind, please rewind. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that was like that secret Jack Black movie with Most Def or whatever. The message behind that was, yo, rewind yourself. That's the point. That's what it is, and it's not, if you got to smoke a joint to do so, let me know what flavor you want. That's what it is. I'm going to help you. Favorite W's, who, what, when, where, and why. Where is your favorite, place currently to smoke weed?
Probably my backyard. It's my safe place. Okay. I get to hang out, chook out there. I can just chill. It's nice and cool. Again, nice and quiet, peaceful. I do mind going down the beach as well sometimes, just to chill. When I used to go fishing, I used to take a joint with me and go fishing because I think it was getting back to nature, and I'd catch more fish. For some reason, it always fucking worked. So whenever I go fishing,
I think it's probably like a whole patience thing, but we're gonna call it nature.
Yeah, or whatever works for you. You know what I'm saying? That's how I figure it.
As long as you had a fucking, a good old time and fucking you got you some fish, that's all that matters, right?
Got me some bait. Got me some bait. Live my best life.
There you go.
Some sand.
There you go.
With salt.
I don't know about the sand so much though. Like I don't know, man. Like sand is something I'm still getting used to.
Up north, there's such thing as sand. They're all like little tiny little shells. It's amazing. Up like further north you go, it's just shells. It's not even sand. Where I'm at in Perth at the moment, there's sand. It's like beautiful white sand. But even in Broome is like literally white fucking sand. And it's beautiful. Down south,
I have a motley crew of sorts, a motley crew of places of sorts that I've got to travel to with good friends and places and things, and we're working on that. We're working on that as the world opens up cannabis wise. Like I really just want to go. You are free to roam about the cabin and smoke a vape. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. Like if I can sit there and smoke weed on this flight, just don't crash it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Imagine the day that happens.
Yeah, we're getting there. Yo, check this out. So for me to fly from here to a place in Florida where my brother lives, it's an hour behind me, okay, time zone wise. I don't fucking understand why. And so it's a 3-hour flight. So I would leave here at 2:00 and get there at 3:00.
Yeah.
See my point?
Yeah.
It fucks with you. It's the small ones that do it. Now, the big ones, like, with Australia and stuff like that, I could probably get used to that. I actually had a friend of mine go and move to Australia for about a year, and she had, a really fun time. She told me, she goes, you need to go check a rugby game out. And I was told to go check out, I think they're called the Rabbitohs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was told to go watch a proper game. So I was like, all right, well, let's go do that.
You should.
I just want to smoke weed there. I just want to smoke weed.
AFL, if you watch AFL, I watch American football, right? And it's got nothing. They've got nothing on our football players. Like I hate football. I'm a football fan, which is very un-Australian of me to say because all Australians fucking love football. I don't. I think it's. But I played 2 games and I got owned by straight girls. It was fucking horrific. They gunned me. Look, I'm built for fucking leisure, not speed, and I got owned by these bitches. Thought I cracked a word. It was brutal.
It was brutal. I'm not a huge subscriber to sports. I'm really not. I see the notion of it. I see the entertainment. I get it. Do I think it's overplayed? Yes. But do I enjoy it? Yes. When I have time to. You know, I have my certain few, like Michigan State Spartans. I don't care. It's gonna be, dude. It's the fact that it's right there, homie. You know, like I'm from there. Like that's my shit. All right, I'm gonna support the basketball team and football team. You know, and everything else, Michigan State. That's just because you know the alum. Really, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's what I gotta do. I don't give a shit about the Baltimore Ravens, namely because I don't watch sports. They won't get mad at me because they're like, well, he doesn't watch sports. It doesn't count. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. Anyway, favorite W's, who, what, when, where, and why. Why do you currently smoke weed?
Because I like it. Because I love it.
I love it.
Because I want to.
I've heard that more than once, and I fucking love it. I'm good with that. Crazy W's is the next segment we're walking into. Crazy W's is the fun part where we talk about, listen, we may have smoked a little bit too much, you know, at this point in time, and then anxiety happens, panic happens, things like that. So, you know, where were you? You know, what happened and why did this take place is kind of, we do that. So we do the who, what, when, where, and why. So, Crazy W's, who was with you the first time you just got way too fucking high?
Probably my friend Sarah, the one I was talking about earlier, when we used to smoke in her dad's garage, her dad's shed. I don't think we moved for a couple of hours.
Oh, man.
we couldn't really move. We were kind of just like melted into the couch.
You got a hold of that indica, huh? Indica couch.
You know, some chippies. Probably found some cans of Coke. Oh.
What's your favorite kind of chips?
Favorite chips, salt and vinegar, of course. Always.
Salty Vins, salt and Vinnies.
Oh, I like cheese and onion. Cheese and onion chippies are pretty good. We've got so many different sorts of chips here. They've gone crazy. We've got fucking caramelized fig. We've got caramelized fig fucking flavored chippies.
Yo, that sounds good though.
They sound, they're great. But like we've got Moroccan chicken chippies. Like they went crazy. There's a massive chip thing here. Australians love chips, apparently. It's hard to buy them.
Americans as well.
50 different packets. It's just so confusing.
Oh, and then when you're stoned in the store trying to pick one out, you're like, fuck.
Yeah, right.
Like,
why do they make
it
fucking hard? It's cereal. Why do they make it so hard? It all looks delicious.
I say that coming from the state that makes a lot of cereal. Kellogg's is right down the fucking road.
Hey, really? Crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Crazy. So that's my point. Like, I was a huge fan of Kellogg's cereal because, like, I remember my mom knew a person that once a month she would give him extra money, and he was a food deliverer, you know what I'm saying, in the area. And he would drop off like 2 pallets full of cereal, you know, and she would, 2 pallets full of cereal. Like a pallet is a lot. And so what she would do, right, and get this shit. So what she would do is she actually started a small business buying it wholesale and selling it back to people.
You can love your mum. She's such a legend.
Okay.
Bless her. Bless her.
She did it to the restaurant that she was working for, made them pay for the fucking pallet, and we just got free cereal. That was the whole reason she did it.
Absolute legend.
Mm-hmm. And it worked. Well, look at it this way. A lot of the favorite cereals on, you know, the client's list were stuff that would just run out fucking constantly. If she knew the wholesaler and he's like, I'll sell it to you for this. And she's like, that's a quarter of the price of a normal pallet. And I'm getting 2 for that price. Yes.
Yes, please.
Exactly. And for him, it was getting rid of stock and it made his numbers look great. So they didn't give a shit.
Yeah. Amazing.
You know. It is what it is. And it's all because of fucking food. All because of cereal. I'm like, yo, put weed in that shit? Different story.
Totally.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. CBD fucking cereal. Love it. Love it. I mean, it already kind of exists as candy bars and we can eat those, but it's not the same. It's not the same.
It's like an edible chocolate.
All right. I mean, here, I do want to sit down and talk about edibles from Australia to America here in a second. That's kind of like between, I do want to talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
But let's get these crazy ones knocked out because it's the planned W's that I want to get to for sure. Crazy W's. Who, what, when, where, and why? What pushed you over the edge that night? Why were you locked and zonked in the couch?
Oh, I just think I had too much. probably.
That's
Bit young. He thought, fuck yeah, keep smashing
yeah.
it. When you're young, smash,
This coming
smash,
from the
smash.
person whose first experience was hash tokes off of knife hitters.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah, look, I think I've probably calmed my farm a little bit. I used to go through a fucking ounce in a couple of days back, when I was doing my apprenticeship, I was probably smoking an ounce in probably 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't smoke weed. I don't put any tobacco with it or anything. Like I never have, I never will. It's not my jam. And I used to smash it. I used to have a little, little bloody herb grinder that I put my weed in and ready to go. I made it to streamline as easy for myself as fucking possible.
Yep. And it's the best part about that is I can imagine your little spice grinder, because I have one too. It's just easier that way. Star anise, the whole nine. A little spice grinder in the kitchen, one's for spices and one's for weed, and they're labeled. And for years, right? And for years, the stigma, the tabooness, if you will, it separated the two. And you're like, I'm not mixing the two. And you're like, I'll do it for me. I'll do it for mom. I'll do it for these people. That's fine. And then now it's becoming mainstream. You're like, I do that. You know what I mean? Get on it, girl. Get on it. I think that you should be doing instructional. If you have a medical program in Australia, I think it's now part of your responsibility as a chef for people to fucking take you serious is to properly show those medical patients how to properly infuse their food. And now we're not just talking about grandma's fucking favorite brownies. Okay. We're talking about a nice, if you do it, rack of lamb, you want a rack of lamb with a nice chimichurri sauce over it. That would be good. With some kind of starch or some, a good dinner that you would eat at a restaurant. And you're like, okay, just to let you know, that is infused with 100 milligrams of CBD and 10 milligrams of THC. You're going to feel fucking stellar after that. That's why you can only have one glass of wine. You see what I'm saying? Boom.
Amazing.
After all of that happens and the ensemble effect from all the terpenoids and flavonoids and everything and cannabinoids in the food mixed with the cannabis with the one glass of wine, and however much water you can drink, in about 25 minutes, you're going to be fucking great. That's my point. I think we should change that. And it's coming. It's coming. It's coming quick. And I'm going to be a very busy individual. Fuck.
I'll cook you dinner.
Anyways. No, that's good. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm down with it. I'll cook you dinner. I'll come to you and cook dinner. That's what we're going to do. Crazy. Huh?
We'll cook each other's dinner.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Hands over hands, man. We'll do it. Just fucking let me know where you're at. We'll do it. Crazy W's. Who, what, when, where, and why. When was this? You said you were high school?
Oh, yeah, high school. Probably year 8, which is year 13, 14.
Okay. And you said, and who, what, when, where, and why. Crazy W's. Where did this happen? You said it was her dad's garage.
Yeah, so in Perth, not far from here. I sort of grew up in Perth. I did my high school years in Perth, and then I moved away a bit. But yeah, so in a place called Como, which is where all the people live. That's what they say. Como's full of snobs. But we weren't snobs.
Fair enough. I mean, but at the same time, I fucking love them. They pay the bills sometimes, man.
Yeah.
They pay the bills. Just give me the ones that don't talk shit. Just don't talk to me. Just give me your money. Just go away.
Right near the river. There's lots of money there. People who have live there have big houses, so it's considered a bit snooty, bit of a snooty area.
I mean, I just got one thing to say to him.
Get the fuck over yourselves, you bastard kids.
Can't take you with you. Can't take you with you. And ain't the right person gonna get it when you're gone. That's what I'm gonna fucking tell you. You know how hard it is to leave money to people when you're dead? You can't trust that it's gonna go to them. You know how many people I've seen ripped off, myself included, from money I wouldn't say it was owed to me, but that was left to me. Wow. I ain't never gonna see it in my life. I'm not worried about that. You understand? But at the same time, and this is, I've had a bunch of mishaps. Money will make people do different shit.
Yeah, money will make people crazy.
Mm-hmm. Alcohol's the same fucking way in my mind. For me, that's me, because I grew up with an obsession with things that altered my state of mind. I needed something quick, bro. I was cooking in kitchens, and it was socially acceptable for an 18-year-old line cook to be drinking and getting hammered, you know what I'm saying, and going out and partying and coming back. That toxic lifestyle was not only kind of praised, but it was socially acceptable, especially more so because I was a white male. You understand? I fit in, if you will. I really didn't, though. I really didn't. Like, you know, there was a few restaurants where I thought I was in good, and then like everybody would be coming back talking about this party and this party and this party. And I just ended up going home and drinking alone. Like, that's probably decently dangerous and very, like, you know, dark and demented and depraved a bit. But at the same time, like, that's really all I had going on. My obsession was food, you know, and that started at an early level, like an early age. And then, you know, I just kept doing the same shit. And people were like, hey, I want to hang out with you. You smoke a lot of weed. And it just kept like my, you know, I wouldn't say my friends group got bigger, but like, I you know, associate with more people now because I've quit so many fucking jobs. Like, it's just like, you'll leave this toxic environment. Fuck professionalism. Fuck my 2 weeks. Fuck you. You've done this way too fucking long. Give me my last check. I'm out this bitch. Like, I hate to be that dick, but at the same time, like, there's no goddamn reason. Huh?
Sometimes you got to walk. My first chef said to me, she goes, one day there'll be a time where you will have to walk on a job, whatever it might be. And she said, one day there will come a time that you will walk.
It's inevitable. But so, and here's the thing. The reason that they look down on you for it is because fuck their opinions, okay?
Yeah.
You know, you put certain expectations into them as they did you. The only difference was they were paying you for the expectations, you know, in hours of your life that you're dedicating to this. And I've learned that, you know, far be it for me to say, chefs fuck people over and they know about it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how many times I've been approached by owners of restaurants where I'll give them a set, you know, this is what my people make. This is why they make this. I'll give them a portfolio of their kitchen because a lot of people want that. Okay, I'll give you that. They'll go through and make changes. And I've literally quit a job because they wanted to pay the female cook less than her male counterparts.
Oh, standard.
Yeah.
It's the board, isn't it?
She followed me to another kitchen, and now she's running that kitchen by herself, fucking slaying it every day.
Girl,
you see my point? And that's my and I, you know, I don't want to throw her in or anything like that. So, you know, I'll introduce y'all, but that's my, you know, she's super. She knows who she is right now. She's super embarrassed. She knows, but she's killing it. That's my point.
Awesome.
And I don't know how many people have called me and apologized this year. That's fine. And that's cool. I'm good with that. Like, you know what I ask? Come smoke a joint with me or smoke a joint with me. Or like, yo, donate to a local charity. Like, this isn't about me, you dumb bitches. Like, this is about me saying what you can't say yourself. That's just it. Yeah. Like, we're not going to stand for this shit. What happens when you don't have anybody wanting to work for you because you can't pay more than we're making on unemployment? I'm going to repeat that. You can't pay me more than I would be making on unemployment. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah. So that really blew open this fucking wound that Americans were having, which going back on that topic, you know what I'm saying? And that's why people are like, fuck you, man. If I go working for you, I make less and then I got no one to watch my kids.
Got to put petrol in my car to get here.
Exactly. You know, a lot of people found out how undervalued they truly were when unemployment came around.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Our governor here, because we have states and, you know, like, you know, states, and then we have the governors, and then our governor, Gretchen Whitmer, fought with the president, was like, no, we're doing it this way. Listen, I'm not picking a side here. I don't believe in colors. I'm an American tax-paying fucking citizen. I am my own party. You understand? Like, don't make me choose one. Not right now. The point is, at that point in time, they were fighting. Of course, COVID happened, all that bullshit. And so then she actually started paying people on unemployment an extra amount because they had other bills to cover. We could afford that. We could more than afford that. So why couldn't the president of this nation fix all of that? That's my point. You know what I'm saying?
He's a fucking idiot.
Well, you know, yeah. I agree with that. But, you know, we're getting there. We're going to who are you? Uh-oh.
Just woken up. He's just woken up and come.
Nope, he's gone.
Hi, buddy.
He's gone.
Come here.
Who is that? What kind of bird is that?
Come here. Come here. He's purring at me. Come here. Come on. Come on.
Huh. Hi,
Chicken.
look at him.
He is a picking regular.
Uh-huh.
He is a native. He's an Australian native, aren't you? He is 3, 4. He's my best mate.
Look at him.
He talks his head off. He's a bit shy. Come on, you be good. Huh? He was just asleep
No.
on his hello handsome, on his perch, and I could hear him going, come on, and then he became more. Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
Look at him. Oh, look at him. He's so cool. I want a bird. I can't do it. My dogs would eat it.
They're amazing. Birds are so smart. They're so clever. He's my best friend.
I own a husky. I own a very
husky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the type.
So with that comes the fact that, look, Dad's alpha. It's happening. If Dad says it, I'm in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Him and I, that's my boy. I've had him for going on 8 years now. You know, I got him when he was a pup. His name is Dakota.
Dakota. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, Dakota. Actually, I'll send you a picture of him later. You can look all over my shit, but he's my boy. He's my boy. He's a fucking dick. Don't even know. He's a dick to be a dick. No, he's just like, listen, I know you want me to go outside. I know you're standing out in the rain right now, waiting for me to come outside. I'm going to stand here and watch you do this because fuck your feelings. I'm not doing that. My coat is too precious for that. And then the next day when it's muddy, straight in my puddle. Straight in my puddle. Straight into my puddle. Just straight into it. Rolling it. And so it's just the worst part about it is I have to be careful of small animals because huskies have this thing called a prey stride.
And they'll just
anything small, they'll kill it. It's a thing. Yeah. So I've had numerous cats in the neighborhood go missing. Sorry, guys.
No.
I've had it was a sad day. I think it was just an outdoor cat of somebody's, but it got in the backyard and he got it. Possums, skunks, that was terrible. That was dreadful week.
Stink.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did too, and he knew it. And then he got his brother Jake in it, and they were the house was not smelling good. Luckily, it was in the summer. Let's see, groundhogs, woodchucks, which are a little bit bigger. He's killed. They're like little rodents that live underground. It's weird.
Like a little flat tail, huh?
No, they don't have any little. They're like little bears under the ground. He's killed a coyote, which was really interesting because it was just a lone coyote. It was like it's dead. You know what I mean? He's killed other puppies, not meaning to, because he thought he was just playing, and then they nipped at him, and it's a bad thing. So with birds, I can only imagine. He ate a snake once.
He would kill him.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, no, it's crazy. So up here in Michigan, we don't really have any venomous snakes. We have a bunch of them. The only close thing to venomous that we have is a poisonous one, and it's a rattlesnake. It's called the Meshuggah rattlesnake. But that snake, you throw a stick at it, it doesn't want anything to do with you. It's more scared of you than you are of it. But it can, if you're an epileptic, it can throw you into a seizure, or if you're if you're allergic to bee stings and stuff like that. Correct. It's just a little tiny rattle. They're like fat little black and white bastards. Well, I had one. Yeah, I had one in my backyard, which is kind of decently uncommon, but, not really. It is what it is. Dakota found it. All right. Yeah. Dakota found it. It was in the springtime. So I'm like, okay. And I just hear him, rah, 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 like in the backyard. That usually tells me something's in the backyard and that it's going to die very soon. So here I am grabbing my clothes. I'm like, dude, I got to try and save this animal. Like, not right now, man. I just, and I come running out there and he's already got it just shaking the piss out of it. And it's dead. It's dead.
Long. It's like
so I'm like, put it down. And like, he put it down. There's blood. And he's just smiling. And I'm like, it didn't bite him, did it? So I scoop up said snake. I scoop up said pup. I go to the vet and I go, one killed the other. I don't think I need to tell you how or why. This is the thing that's dead. I need to know if this bit this. And he's just drooling and having a gay old time. She's like, that's fine. It didn't bite him. They couldn't see anything. He was fine. Cost me a couple hundo bucks, but just in case, they put him on this antibiotic, da-da-da-da-da-da. And they're like, do you want to keep the snake? I'm like, no. Enjoy. No, I was joking.
Keep that.
They were really. I was like, why the fuck would I want to? I was like, you're gonna make me a wallet out of it or some shit? But no, it was crazy. He killed a rattlesnake, so it was like, all right, that's pretty badass. But really, at the same time, it's just a big old snake that just so happens to have a rattle. It really ain't as dangerous as like people make it sound.
Yeah.
Very rare occurrence, though. Very rare occurrence. To be fair, I lived in like some wooded area, so that kind of made sense. Every spring, you would kind of like, you know, see snakes, and it is what it is. But I'm not really worried about it. But let's talk about what we plan to do. This is the part that I enjoy. Now, Plan W's is all about like, okay, so I've gotten this far in my career, in my life, this journey, if you will, using cannabis for these reasons, right? Where do I see this going? What do I plan on doing? You know, who, what, when, where, and why. Sorry, my Coke's getting to me a little bit. I hate the burps, man. The aftershock. When you get the dry mouth and you're smoking, you're like, not right now. Plain W's. Who, what, when, where, and why. Who do you wish you could smoke with? One more time. What?
The worst burp is when it comes out through your nose and it kind of burns. You know that one?
Oh, yeah.
The burp, the Coke nose burp. You know the one I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
oh, yeah. So they're a little painful for me when they happen a little bit, because if you notice, my nose isn't straight. Like it's crooked. Yeah, I have a deviated septum. I have to have that really painful like procedure where they stick fingers up your nose and break it. I just haven't had anybody to do it because like I don't want to break my nose worse, because when I broke it, it was like I was a raccoon for a good 2 solid weeks and it was bad. Yeah. So yeah,
you rush to do that again.
You know, I don't really give a shit. But speaking of,
so
I mean that's my point. Like if I turn to one side, you can't really notice, but if I turn to the other side, you can't really notice. If I can do it center, you fucking notice. So you know that's what it is.
Gorgeous.
It just looks like it. I don't know. It's weird. I can smell from the side. That's all I'm gonna say. Plan W is who, what, when, where, and why. Who do you wish you could smoke with, dead or alive?
Ooh, good question.
That's you know,
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. Okay.
A heartbeat.
Okay. Who, what, when, where, and why? What would you smoke with him?
I'd smoke joints. We'd sit maybe on the beach or on like, I don't know, on a rooftop and yarn and tell jokes and hang out. Maybe at the beach.
That covers when and where, because everybody kind of, you know, who, what, when, where, and why. When would you like it to take place, though?
When?
Yeah.
Like tomorrow would be cool.
Okay. Which version of Robin Williams, though? That's my question, because that's got to be in here.
Genie.
Oh, as Genie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe just as Robin. Or as Genie.
I would pick, just to see the magic, I would pick Robin acting out Genie.
Yeah, amazing.
And like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're practicing for a play on stage. Like that. Yes. Keeping the eye on the birds.
Who, me?
Yeah.
He's right here. He's right here. Come here, you.
What's he doing? Look at him. What's going on, dude?
You just have.
What's that? So what's that? Is that a little quiff or like what is it?
Yeah, that's his where does it put it up?
Well, pompadour.
Crest. And he puts that up when he's interested or he's unhappy or whatever. Like I went to my mum's house today and it was so funny because she's got a lot of birds in her backyard randomly, and these 3 pink and greys just rocked up and just started hanging out with him in the backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was super cool. He was like, "Oh, friends," you know. That was really cute. But I'm sure they're awesome. They look at him like, "Oh, you're a sport little shit. You don't have to work for your food," like because they're proper wild birds, you know. They work for their food. You know, whereas old mate over here, sport little shit, just gets it given to him, and you know,
he's a posh little shit.
He is a posh little shit. He is fucking sport rotten. I spend more money on my birds than I do myself. I guarantee it. Come here.
I feel that. I feel like I spend more money on my dogs than I have myself, for sure. Considering the fact that like Dakota eats everything, and he ate a 5-pound chocolate bar that I got for Christmas one year. He ate the whole fucking thing and had to go to the stomach pumped. It was like $9,000.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you brutal.
Yeah.
$9,000.
Yep.
Fuck. Dakota. You know
Yep. That was 2 weeks. 2 weeks before Christmas too.
Fuck, he's a rat bag, that boy of yours, you know? He's a fucking he's very naughty.
I felt really good the day that I paid that credit card off. That's all I'm saying.
Did.
Yeah. And I won't do that credit card company ever again, because I was just like, no, man, like, what are you doing here? Like, it was just, you think you're ahead and then you're behind. No, I just paid it all off at the same time. It felt good. That's, one of the very few in my life I have fucking paid off. I won't lie to you. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, you try living in my life with no gray area, okay, and no side hustle. Go ahead. Oh, well, you made your choices. Did I though? Did I? And that's kind of that's the point of it. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't. I did the best I could with what I was fucking handed. Okay, the world around me was lit on fire. That's not my fucking point. I'm just trying to piss on it to put it out. You feel me? Because that's all I've got. But at least that's all I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Stop fucking pretending to be R. Kelly over there and pissing on people and calling it a rainbow fucking shower. It's not attractive, dog. They're not enjoying themselves. They're just, probably huge fans that I don't know. I'm not making excuses for the guy. The point is, it's fucking weird. Don't do it. I get it. If that's what you're into, that's fine. 2 consenting adults, golden shower all you want. I don't give a flying fuck. What you do in private is your own fucking business. But at the same time, as those two individuals, consenting adults, aren't going to yell at other people. That's how it happens. Come on, people. And especially just make sure they're of age, okay? God damn. That's my point. Like, I saw a post the other day. It was like, oh, so-and-so is talking to this person and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. I just don't give a shit. But that's why we have our plan W's. We plan for shit. Oh, I like that bong. What is that?
Oh, it's a bit grubby. I need to wash it. It's glass. I bought it down. A friend of mine gave it to me when she was moving back down south from up north, because you can't carry anything on planes. So especially stuff like this. So she's like,
I feel like homeboy was kind of mean mugging me there for a second. He was just kind of like, what the fuck's going on?
Her little one, yeah. What are you doing? Come on, come here.
Oh, look at him.
Come on, come here. Give me a kiss. Oh, mama kiss. Mm-hmm.
No, just like my dog. He thinks it's hilarious. He's like, nope. Have you ever fed weed to your birds?
He eats it all the time. Look, I'm literally sitting here trying to fend him off.
Oh, no shit. So, okay. All right. So I wonder if it works the same way, because I know it's just mammals. Yeah.
Plus he doesn't, maybe even with the non-heating of it, it might even get, it'd probably be really good for him.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm going to try reptiles. I have a gecko that I'm going to use more geckos, but I'm going to grow a cannabis bonsai tree sort of in his cage and just let him like live in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a remarkable idea.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, it's a lot of LST. It's going to take a lot of time, but it's just interaction that I would have done anyway, so it works out. He's like, yo, let me get some of that bong. He was on it too. I love it. He was up there. He's like, I know how this works.
Anything he wants to be a part of.
Oh, okay. You just like let him fly around your house.
Well,
I fucking love that. Oh, yeah.
He gets his nails done. We go to the vet. My avian vet, 2.5, 3 months. He's microchipped. He's not leash trained yet. I tried once, but I just can't. He doesn't like it. So we go to the pub a lot. Goes to the pub, drinks the boys' beers, it's good fun. He's good fun. Hey,
listen, as long as I can smoke weed with him, that's cool. I'll smoke weed with a bird.
Yeah. He's always very interested in what I'm doing. He's like, oh, mum, if I put it in my mouth, because obviously that means it potentially could be food.
Correct.
So that's
what they see. Exactly. Yep.
He's like, oh, fuck yeah, whatever she's doing, I want to do that.
Oh, yeah.
And just even in a bowl, he just sees it and he guns it. But then again, he loves ciggy butts. He runs around. His favourite thing all day would be running around out the back, and if he found a cigarette butt, he could chew on it. He'd be living his best life. It's fucking disgusting. We've spoken.
That
I've
tells
tried
me
to-
he was probably some kind of like 100-year-old smoker from like a mine worker that would just smoke packs of cigarettes a day. You know what I mean?
He's definitely been here before, I believe.
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
he's been here before, for sure.
There's parts of reincarnation that make sense.
Yeah, he talks
know?
way too much. He's far too clever for
Yeah.
his own good, I think.
He was like, and I ain't teaching that shit. Who told him? Well, that's just it. Hang on a second, because here's what if birds could see ghosts and shit, and that's how he's learning it.
Well, it's funny because the other day we were sitting here and he just sort of zoned out on me. He was looking behind me, but looking through me at the same time. And I'm just sort of looking at him going, what? And then I've turned, it almost to the point where it made me turn around.
Yeah.
Nobody was, it's just us. And it made me turn around and I was like what? There was nothing there. But It was really weird that you should actually mention that, because he did that a couple of days ago and I thought, fuck, that's a bit odd.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm an empath. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel shit, dude. And it's weird because it's in a kitchen. You're trained head down, don't ask questions, horse blinders, don't feel anything. It's very dogmatic like that. Like, do as I say, not as I do. Yeah. Well, I'm here to learn how you're doing it. And this isn't how that's working out. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You have to create your own. Dude, I've learned so much more in the anti-lesson than I have anything else. And that's why I'm friends with the people that I'm friends with, even in Australia, and that's what I want to show people. Like, there's a little bit to this. Like, my life hasn't been easy. There's parts that I could have made easy by doing what the man told me to do, by going to college and doing this, by having this kind of, who wants that? Whose life am I living then? Theirs, vicariously, by them telling me what to do? Or mine? Because I listened to you and it didn't fucking work. I trusted you and you fucking burnt me in the moment you got. You know what I'm saying? I gave you guys supporting ideas and money and all of this shit and you just took it and fucking ran. Well, what happens when I stop giving? What happens when I stop playing? What happens when you can't win in a game that I don't fucking play?
Yeah.
What happens? You start to feel shit as part of like a remorse for, giving up on that person. And that fucking sucks, man. You're like, I feel guilty. Why? I didn't do anything. This was done to me, but I still feel bad. That's an empath. Yeah. Who would do that to another human being, X, Y, and Z, or an animal or anything like that? I get that. Now, that does bring me to a random ass question that I've got.
Yeah.
Do you feel bad when you cook chicken in the house?
Yes. Okay. I feel bad when I cook chicken at work. I feel bad when I prep chicken. I don't like prepping chicken. I usually, don't do that, baby. Come here. I usually get my sous chef when I get chicken orders to come in, because I get a couple of different types of chicken. Chicken breast, I get chicken wings, which are already cut like through the knuckle. Yeah. Get a supreme, skin on supreme. And I always get my sous chef to do, if I can, do that prep. Yep. It's a bit of a superstition. Like, if I have to do it, I have to do it. And I've done it plenty of times, but if I can flick it off to him,
it's uncomfortable. Yeah.
Doing it. I don't like, see, when
I get it.
I was at an American tapas bar there for a long time, actually, for about a year and a half, and we used to go through wings like they're going out of fashion. So I'd have to prep all wings, straight through that knuckle, and just, and I wasn't even much of it. I don't think I was the biggest bird nerd then. I think it's just a bird nerdy is just sort of like, a bit like a snowball. It's just gotten stronger and stronger as I've gotten older. But even then, I didn't like it. I don't like cooking out. I don't like,
Could you eat a cat?
All animals, though, too. So it's not just the chicken, but I feel probably more towards the chicken than I do anything else.
Okay. Could you eat a cat?
No, God, no. No.
Okay, neither could I. Fuck those little bastards.
No.
I couldn't eat a dog. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
My girlfriend's eating horse.
Nah, I could probably do that. I don't
think I could.
I mean, it's just more of an athletic steak.
Yeah.
You think about it.
I don't know if I could.
I don't know. I
people
probably couldn't. I mean, my
well,
girlfriend used to ride horses and stuff like that. So it's like she's won some championships or whatever have you. And that was her thing. And so she absolutely loves horses. So I don't think that I could do that. But
right.
in my mind, I'm going to go ahead and tell myself I could do it because it just looks like an athletic fucking cow.
Cooked it up for you and told you it was steak and you ate it. And then you were like, fuck yeah, that was mint. And then somebody said to you it was horse. You would still probably be like, well, fuck, it was still pretty mint.
Like, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah.
Something weird, man.
You gotta sous vide it though. I feel like you'd have to sous vide it though.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Butter in there, Tom, bit of salt.
Well, now let's take the horse out of it and do it with steaks.
Have you had gator?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? I've had a little bit. Can you do that? Can you come here, please? Come on. I can chew on the cords. I had crocodile once and it was fucking horrendous. It was horrible. It was like chicken and fish mixed together. Ugh, Jesus.
Fair enough. I mean that it is if it's not done properly. You have to, if you want good gator, real talk, you need to get smoked gator.
Oh, okay.
Because here's the thing, you've had smoked fish, right? So you know there's a consistency right there. So there's a slightly rubbery consistency with the meat as it falls apart. And I say that because it's a quick mouth feel and then it's gone into like a, what up, burp? You know, into like a little bit of the fish, because so you get the rubbery texture and then it goes into the fish, but it works, right? I'm sorry?
It's sort of fish and chickeny, right?
Yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah. A little bit. I mean, with gator though, if it's smoked right with the right way, you get like, I call it the chicken of the river.
Love that. Amazing.
Yeah. I mean, that's really what it is. But at the same time, fuck those little bastards. If one of those bit me, I would not have a fun time.
No, you would not have a fun time.
I would not have a fun time. At the same time, like, I do want to go find the biggest one in the world because it's just like, yo, why not?
Gator.
I want to see that shit.
I watch all those gator shows.
Oh, yeah.
They're great. It's hard watching them shoot them. But I love listening to them down here on your phone. We go.
Yeah. It's so much fun. And then his name's like Uncle Bubba Earl Jim Bob Jones the Third.
Gonna get them their shotgun. Gonna shoot him in the head. Amazing. I love it.
I grew up in the South. I grew up in Tennessee in my young age, and I can tell you there's a difference in dialect. That's all I'm gonna say. That spans everywhere.
Across the board in the US. Across the board in the US, the accents differ so dramatically.
Yeah.
To the West Coast.
It's so bad. It's so crazy. Bad. All we're doing is just bastardizing the English language. That's it.
Huh?
I said all we're doing is bastardizing the English language. That's all we're doing.
Yeah. But you've all got different accents though. So like, from Brooklyn, like how high going, going down, and then there's, the Southern accent down there. Yeah. And like
long draws on shit. Yeah.
My dad just bought me a Porsche. It's amazing.
I fucking hate Valley girls. Oh, I tell you, I can't. Whew.
Ashley, you want to hear something funny? All the girls in Australia called Ashley aren't like the Ashleys in America. American Ashleys are like cheerleader and like,
see, you say that. Okay, real talk, and I'm gonna cut you off right there. You say that, and I know more Ashleys on the opposite side of that than I do that are cheerleaders. But I know why you say that, and I'm gonna say this: recess.
Yeah, too much TV.
Oh no,
babe,
no,
not too much.
But you're not wrong though. I think. See, here's the thing: the biggest issue, like the if we're talking about like staying away from crazy, okay. Oh man, there's a few names I could say. You know what I mean? But
he's touching my toes. He tries to like hug my toes. He sits there and like tries to be best friends with my toes, and he because he loves feet. But then he'll do that and fucking bite ya. So I don't trust him. So that's what I was saying.
So I don't trust him.
Because he looks at your feet. He's like, "Oh, I love your feet, Mum. They're so beautiful." And then he'll go,
chomp. Yeah. like fucking puppies.
Dick.
That's what they are. They're puppies with feathers. They're just assholes with. Yeah, they're just assholes with feathers. Like, can you let him like what he'll just like chill on you as you walk to the pub though, right?
Yeah. We go to the pub. We go in the car. Like, you know, he's got his little box, like his vet box. We go. You know, he sits in there, and then when everything's safe, I'll let him out for a bit, sit on my shoulder. He's happy as fucking pig and shit on my shoulder. He ain't going nowhere. You know, and then I'll take him into places. But I'm always very careful. I don't just sort of go on guns blazing. I always sort of check it out first, you know, make sure there's no dogs or anything like that. Just anything that could be a hazard for him. And the first thing he does is run into the fucking cars.
I'm good with it.
Play.
Jesus.
Idiot.
And that's hard to like, you know, stop a car for a bird. It's not like a moose, like where you see the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Over here, people don't even stop for them. The amount of times I've had to stop. Yeah, man. I've pulled over the other week. I saw a little pinky grey, same as chicken on the side of the road. And I was like, doesn't look good. When they're on their own, it's a bad sign because they're a flock animal, right? So they're always together. Where is he? It's very quiet.
Where is he? It's very quiet.
I'm thinking, oh, fuck, this doesn't look good. So I said to my miss, I might turn around to get him, have a look. And this poor little bird, oh my goodness, he was only a baby. His wing, this bit, had just been snapped. So it was like flapping. He was trying to get away from me because obviously he was scared.
Right.
So my Sunday afternoon, I spent taking him to the vet. I knew it was going to happen. They had to put him down. It was super sad.
Oh,
but
poor guy.
People, Australians are great. A lot of them are great when it comes to looking after our native wildlife, but some of them are just fucking assholes.
Right. That's insane. That's insane. Well, let's hurry up and finish what we plan to do because I feel like you got a little schemer over there. There he is. He just wanted to be on camera.
You're just making nests on top of...
Hi, bud. What's up, dude? What's going on? Look at him. What's going on?
Hi, baby.
He's like, look at my ass. I'm going to show you my ass. Dude, birds are so cool. My dogs are totally jealous. He's like, he's
pretty cool.
He's like, what's up?
I've worked on him. They're not always like this. I've worked really hard to get him to the point where he's so fucking lucky.
There they are. See, there's the dogs. They don't care. They give a shit. Yeah, they're too big for the studio, though. They're too big for the studio. But back to the plain W's, so we can kind of wrap this up in a neat little bow. Plain W's, who, what, when, where, and why. We already talked about we were going to smoke with Robin Williams. Said you'd probably just smoke a joint with him. When would you like this to take place? We were talking about right now, you know, as soon as possible, with the version of Robin Williams as Genie acting out Genie. Where would you like to smoke? Because everyone knows a place. So where would this take place?
Probably on the beach. Okay. I love the beach, especially at night, like in the evening when the sun's sort of setting. Beautiful. Okay. Perfect time.
I dig it. Now, to tie this up in a neat little bow so we can get you back to your birds. Why, who, what, when, where, and why? Why would you smoke with Robin Williams on a beach as Genie?
Because he's just, I don't know, Genie's just been like, I was just always a big fan of the whole movie. I love Aladdin. I love Disney in general, but I don't know, for some reason Genie just resounded with me. Robin Williams just resounds with me in general, but for some reason Genie was just, I don't know. I know the whole movie back to front, like it's pretty serious. I know the whole thing. I know all the words, all of them.
From now on, whenever I talk to you, I'm gonna remind myself of Genie in a Bottle from Christina Aguilera.
Oh God, fuck no.
Just because it's the opposite of what you want.
Oh,
and it's slightly funny to me. But that's the worst I'm gonna be. That's it. That's all I'm gonna do. If I can have that, we're good.
Fair, babe.
Oh, it's gonna be so bad. You should not have agreed to this. It's not gonna go away now. I'm joking. I'm sorry. That's just it. But that's just it, girl. Though you gotta own it. Like if you start singing, you gotta own. Oh, he's just chilling up there. Is that his thing?
He's on top of the fridge. He's trying to make a nest with the fridge. The fridge is his nest, apparently. So that's where we're.
It's high enough up, man.
washing machine. He's obsessed with the washing machine. And then it was the dryer because it's like a hollow, right? Yeah, so you can get in there, like where he would put his babies, where we put our babies because he's a bit. No, mate, no, come here, honey. Come on.
They're a handful, and you've got 6 of them?
I've only got one of these ones. This one is probably the naughtiest one and the more full-on one. The other ones pretty much look after themselves. Like I cleaned their cages today. They're messy and they're loud and obnoxious, but I love them. But this kid, he's definitely the hardest one to deal with.
I fucking love it. Well, we got through the planned W's. We got through all of the W's that we planned on to. We got to know who you are, where you came from a little bit, why you do what you do, how you've used cannabis. We got to know about all the birds. And it's interesting that, if I had to pick out a favorite pet for you, I would, if I was a genie and I could grant you one wish, I would give you a bird whose voice was Robin Williams as Genie from Aladdin. I think that would make you very, very happy. But at the same time, it would probably wear off pretty quick.
He sounds like me. So when he talks, he sounds like me.
Right, because he's mimicking that. So maybe you should just always turn full blast Robin Williams movies on and allow him to hear it. There you go. You go. We're on to something. Smoke weed every day, y'all, every day. Well, thanks, Ash, for sitting down, for a couple hours and shooting the shit with us, man. I always love to reach out to people across the world, man. I love what you're doing in Australia. I look to be there sometime very, very soon. I love the fact that you guys have a medicinal marijuana program, cannabis program. I'm excited to see where both of these go. What I mean by that is, in our industry, we need to be the change that we want to see, first and foremost. Okay. I want to see where that goes. Okay. I'm excited to see the changes for the industry, whether it be, fair wages. It's equal rights across the board. We're all fucking assholes and pirates. Okay. Let's create an actual code and honor among thieves and not let anybody, even outsiders, diminish these fucking core values. Because real talk, here in America, did you know that chefs aren't considered skilled labor? We're not even considered skilled labor. No, we're not even fucking taken serious unless you have a college degree. Well, that's hilarious, because if you were a real cook or a real chef and you were cooking during that time, you don't have money to afford college. Like, let's face it, you don't have money or time. Real talk though, I would rather, spend my money on somebody that's been doing it for fucking 30 years versus somebody that took a course in 30 weeks. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
To smash them out through trying to smash, like the government at the moment, trying to smash qualified chefs out through, 6 month, 12-month courses.
It's hilarious, because all of these chefs in the state of Michigan who, have told me no or pretended that they're better and they went to this school and that school and cooked with this person and cooked. None of that means fuck all to me, because I'm the one being fucking, reached out to from chefs all around the world going, yo, can you send me some quality people? I want you, but you're not going to leave. You're doing your own thing. Send me people because you're a good judge of character. And I'm like, I wish you could have told that to, a person I worked for 10 years ago and I walked out on and told him to eat a fucking dick. Yeah. But here we are. Ash, right. Yeah. Ash, I look forward to seeing, you come back from everything that was going on. It's that come around that we talked about. It's the reason that we are who we are, man. It's that tenacious nature that we have. We're resilient, we're kind of strong. I mean, it depends on the day. Are we getting paid for this? Like, there's variations. What up, homie? Yeah. What up, dude? He hears me. Look at the little thing. And so does my dog. He's not liking that. He's just like, nope. What's going on? Look at that. That right there. That's cold. That's blue steel, if I've ever seen it. Zoolander blue steel look. Birds remind me of my old great-great-grandfather, Bud. He used to have his mouth open because his jaw was just kind of stuck, and he would just move his tongue up and down. It was weird, like a bird. Yeah.
Oh, well, I think.
Yeah, he didn't. We'll see. What did he say?
Oh, hungry.
He's such a weird little bastard. Look at him with his little tough thing. You should get like a little zoot suit for him. Be like a proper gentleman.
I to do things, but he just won't.
No.
And I get bitten. I cry because I get
Yeah.
so offended that he bit me. I'm so hurt with me because he's my bestie. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe you bit me, you fucking asshole. I was just trying to get you a nice fucking jumper,
Right.
jacket to wear.
Exactly. Yo, I got you some Jordans so you could fly because I clipped your wings. My bad.
So
That's not how it works,
ungrateful.
Mom. I love it. Well, it's come to the time where we have to end yet another episode of Deliciously Dope's Daily Chronicles. This was a special Australian edition, y'all, coming at you live and in charge. My girl, Ashley. Dude, if you guys are in Perth, Australia, go check her out. Ash, where can the people find you?
Brooklyn Tavern down in Southern River. In Canning Vale. So, yeah, pop in, say good day. Come see me.
Do it to it. That's where I'm going to be here very, very soon. I look forward to it. That's where I'm going to go. We may or may not eat horse. We're not going to eat horse at all. That was a joke. But the point is, I do look forward to a delicious steak because you got to have it when you go down under on the Barbie. They don't say that there. But the point is,
I'll get you some beautiful steaks.
Let's get it. I'm all about it, love. I'm all about it. But until next time, my tokers, jokers, and smokers, I'm your boy, Chef Rodney 117. I want to say thank you to my guest, Ashley. She's just killing it in the lounge down under, y'all. You know where she's at. You know where you've been. You know what you saw. We'll see you next time. Peace, y'all.
Take care, guys. Thank you.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.